Well, he bataka me. But Jayden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
What you talking about? Is Jayden place? See me up to the time, you know, a cartel. I represent for Jayden Chase. We spray them face on the AK race. See me up to the time, you know, the Gaza station.
Dancehall royalties available on all digital platforms. Make sure so you go support the EP. Yeah, man, move settings, viewers and subscribers. And we no need no ladder. Gaza Nation, when you find the Gaza station, welcome to the channel, Jayden Chase. And yes, we are bringing another new and yes, exciting reasoning from the topic of dancehall and entertainment. Remember, man, I remind you now to click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and also leave a like, a comment, and yes, bust a shape on the blog in truth. Now, viewers and subscribers, if you agree that rich or poor, black or brown, as long as you live in a free country, you are entitled to a fair trial. More you tear off the like button. Viewers and subscribers, if you agree that Vybz Kartel was demonized and blamed for all that was wrong with the society and then judged as such, more you kicking the like button. Viewers and subscribers, if you agree that Vybz Kartel's case definitely shed light and the high level of corruption still taking place today, more you empty a clip of likes on the video. Now, viewers and subscribers, Isaac Buchanan is something very important. I'm going to hear what I'm saying, and then we're going to do it. We're going to continue the reasoning, viewers and subscribers.
Conditional leave was granted by the panel, as well as the constitutional aspect evidence was in breach of the charter right to privacy.
Yes, viewers and subscribers, now let's discuss it. While a constitutional violation is not necessarily a criminal offense, in most cases, viewers and subscribers, an exclusion of that evidence in criminal court is what would occur, which would leave the DPP with no case, and is in fact what took place. Because remember, with the fact that they claim to have a video and a witness, and the judge and even the appeal court judges had to rely on tampered with messages, prove that the prosecution really had no case. Now, as it relates to the Privy Council, viewers and subscribers, when the proper courts, and we are quoting, when the proper courts determine that a legislative act, a law, conflicts with the Constitution, as we pointed out, with privacy, viewers and subscribers, meaning not only are they at fault for tampering with the evidence, but even the way the evidence was retrieved is illegal. Now, as I stated before, if a law conflicts with your constitutional right, it will find that law unconstitutional and declare it void in whole or in part. Now, the technical name for it is a judicial review. But here is why it gets interesting, viewers and subscribers. Even though this was a matter that took place at court, do you know that in these cases, only governments can violate the nation's constitution? Even though in truth and in fact, there are exceptions, as in this case with the judge, the prosecution, the JCF, you name them. Now, I guess why this case in particular became such a big concern for the powers that be. What started off with their project as a silence campaign, them trying to silence Vybz Kartel, has backfired in their very faces and is now something bigger than when they started. Now, constitutional rights violation has been brought into the mix. Evidence tampering has been brought into the mix. And all of these things have been proven, documented, and talked about worldwide. So what started off as a small campaign to just silence one individual who they saw as an emerging problem later on has now snowballed into something bigger than they could have ever even imagined, viewers and subscribers. Majority of citizens start waking up since the teacher case. Meaning, say, for years upon years, you always hear people say, boy, it never go right. Set up, they didn't play. Them do this, them do that. And you say, well, that was just your take on it. with Vybz Kartel's case, viewers and subscribers, it being so highly publicized, even though it was one-sided, because of those mainstream media did document it for the better part, showcasing what they wanted and getting instructed to remove what would not help the prosecution's case. Some would say, not saying this was done by them, but the powers that be that wanted to make sure that the prosecution had all that it needed to secure this conviction. That's how I point out, say, it is not up to the office of the DPP to gather evidence of this nature. Remember, the evidence retrieved from the phones were done by a different wing of the government. They are all considered under justice, under the Ministry of Justice. One under the Ministry of Security, but all falling under the Ministry of Justice. But viewers and subscribers, what has occurred and what has been proven is that this whole thing started way before the teacher was even arrested. Think about it. For the fact that there was another charge before this current one placed on the teacher. And that was why they picked him up. And then subsequently could not prove that one. And just like that, find a next one and try to make that one the stick. Being advised that you have to know what you are doing with an individual, because they can't make it look like it's a personal thing. Like just because you don't like the individual, you are bringing case upon case upon case. We saw go on a Tamale Sparta situation. So they're mindful of that. So I guess that was when the thought was given that I guess we should secure this conviction by any means necessary. And that way it also get interesting. The fact that individuals are simply complacent by knowing the law, as in the case with the office of the DPP, knowing that this occurred and still using it in open court. We have something to say about that too as well. Because even though an individual might not have done the act, as we talk about and we say, yo, complacent, they might have not been the person who did the act, but because them use it in a court, them complacent with it because what? They have one aim: to silence or incarcerate this individual. For the better part, viewers and subscribers, as we have always stated, not even Vybz Kartel, as much as Vybz Kartel's music was on trial. Not even the actual persona of the individual, but just the music and only a few specific songs. Them used to demonize the artist's character, reflecting on that this is the individual who said this. But we have always pointed to the fact that movie stars act action movies. Some people have said that, when movie stars come off screen, you see them in a different light and them now portray the character. That is because for a movie star, viewers and subscribers, they're on to another role. So while being an action star today, they might be a comedian tomorrow. For a dancer or an entertainer, for a musical entertainer, it is different, because the persona you give on your music is what you will see, our fans will see, while outside, depending upon the mood you're in. Because you can just be yourself that moment. Eminem always used to speak at that, say, yo, more when you see him out there, Marshall Matters, Anna Eminem. You know what I mean? And people want to run up to him and ask for autographs and ask please, and you know, him never did too like that. But for the better part, fans and people expect that the artist will always be the artist. So you can't say, oh, come, dancehall artists don't come out of character, because every time you see them, you see the character. You only know them from music. So anytime you see them, you say that's the character in the streets. You're not thinking that that's the individual. An artist, or in this case, Vybz Kartel, was judged as such based on the songs. Certain specific songs like that. Because the teacher have uplifting songs. The teacher have songs that educate and motivate. But the teacher also have songs where dominate the charts. And we knew, for the better part, music and chart domination is all about strategy, marketing, lyrical talent, and lyrical content. So if the world upon a vibes they want here, songs for the ladies, you have to drop a certain type of song. Even if it's not necessarily a song for the ladies alone, it's a song for everybody. There has to be that aspect there, because that is what the fans want to hear. So think about that for the better part. Vice the one called Jayden Chase, a dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative, and I'm reminding you now. If you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through, but you like the reason, of course you like the point of view, well I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon, and then the bell icon right after that and put it on all. And this is how you know we'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon there too. Drop a like on the blog for me, like where your earbuds are share on the blog. In truth, comment section open 24/7, never lack yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, you can drop your thoughts in the comments, and yes, your opinions there. As also, we can contain the reasoning via the comment section. More for no one else. Talk to me. First and foremost, our move settings, viewers and subscribers, I'm gonna need a ladder. And my sentiments for you and yours is gonna live, love, and yes, prosper until we reason again.